If you're a gay man who's been burned by religion, this video is for you. My name is Eric Feltus, and I'm a life coach who helps other gay men free themselves from religious shame. And today I want to show you a video of a Christian content creator and point out some microaggressions towards the LGBT plus community that she uses. Now, first, let's talk about what a microaggression is. Microaggression is a subtle, often unintentional comment, action, or behavior that communicates bias, prejudice, or stereotypes about a marginalized group. These actions may not seem overtly offensive on the surface, but they can be hurtful or dismissive of the individuals or communities that they target. My intention in this video is not to mock or even change this creator. My intention is to point these things out to you, because recognizing these subtle forms of spiritual abuse is the first step towards protecting our peace and living our best shame-free gay lives. All right, let's dig into it.
If you are gay, lesbian, trans, whatever it is, guess what? I love you.
We'll see about that.
I will go get coffee with you. If you want to get coffee, DM me, we'll go get coffee, okay? I love you.
She's setting the scene. The first thing she does is acknowledge her audience, the LGBT plus community, and then she says, I love you. If you want to get coffee, just DM me, okay? We'll go get coffee. Now, again, this is so subtle, but I want you to pick up on this. The body language, the way she's saying this, as if it's like, it's not that big of a deal. Of course I love you. Of course I love you. Do you see that? We'll go get coffee. Like, what's the big deal? Get over this. Stop thinking I don't love you. Of course I love you. It's subtle, but it's there.
But I cannot hold back biblical truth.
But I love you. I love you, but, okay? So let's look at this formula. I'm talking to the LGBT community. That's my audience. I love you. We're going to get coffee. It's not that big of a deal. I love you. See, I'll get coffee. I don't mind being in the same room with you. Clearly, that means that I love you. But, and with the but, she pulls the rug out from under us. Let me tell you something. Unconditional love, real love, doesn't include a but. It's not I love you, comma, but. It's I love you, period. Let's keep going.
And I can't sit here and try to water down this word. I'm trying to teach you in love.
This is subtly yet incredibly patronizing. The little laugh. I'm trying to teach you. I'm trying to teach you. Has she ever thought that maybe we don't need teaching? I've run across this with so many Christians. So many Christians flood my DMs with things like, I just want to have a conversation with you. But then when I start asking them questions, they start to get defensive because they don't actually want a conversation. Conversation is a two-way street. What people like this creator in this moment want is to have us listen and them teach us, them talk to us. And what's interesting about this is that Jesus only answers 8 questions in the Bible, but Jesus asks hundreds of questions. There's no dialogue. There's no conversation here. This person is simply talking at us, expecting us just to listen because they love us. They know better than us. They're just trying to teach us. Let's keep going.
And I want you to know what Jesus says. And
what Jesus says, which is interesting because Jesus never once talks about homosexuality in the Bible.
Why God, or how God designed marriage, and he designed it for a purpose. Male and male cannot recreate. Female and female cannot recreate.
This is so infuriating. Do you see how patronizing this is with the laugh? It's like, so silly. You're so silly to feel this way. 2 men can't be together because 2 men can't make a baby. 2 women can't make a baby. Additionally, I'm really tired of this argument that homosexuality is wrong simply because we cannot reproduce. Where are her videos about the 150,000 children that are up for adoption in the United States? About the people that want to love and adopt children that are unable to? And if she really believes that 2 men or 2 women cannot be together simply because they cannot reproduce, does that also mean that she thinks it's wrong for a man and a woman to be married if they can't reproduce? Think about how many couples want to have children but can't because of infertility. Think about how many older couples there are that are married but are having sex still even though the woman has hit menopause and can't get pregnant. This argument needs to be thrown out. Let's keep going.
Only male and female can, and God designed that for a reason. We're supposed to be fruitful and multiply as the creation mandate. So anything other than that is against God's design for
It's
marriage.
against God's design for marriage. If it's against God's design for marriage, I'm curious, which type of marriage are you referring to? The Bible reflects diverse cultural, historical, and social contexts in its portrayal of marriage. Across its books in the Bible, there are references to at least 8 different types of marriage. In the Bible, there is monogamous marriage, a union between 2 individuals. But there's also polygynous marriage. That's a marriage where a man has multiple wives. There is levirate marriage. If a man died without children, his brother or closest male relative was required to marry the widow and produce offspring. There was slave marriage. Enslaved people could be married, but their unions were often conditional or controlled by their owners. There was marriage by capture, where a man married a war captive and forced her to be his wife. There was marriage by purchase. Additionally, concubines were very normal. A concubine was a secondary wife, often without the full status of a primary wife, but bound to the man for sexual relations and childbearing. And finally, there was marriage as a symbol of God's relationship with his people. Marriage is used metaphorically in the Bible to describe God's covenant relationship with Israel or Christ's relationship with the church. So again, when people say biblical marriage, ask them which they're talking about. All right, let's get back to it.
It says one man and one woman, okay? So it's not just homosexuality that's a sin. It's adultery that's also a sin. If you go and cheat on your spouse, you are sinning the same way that somebody
I'm also,
living
so
in
can you see how like I'm getting more and more angry as we go? I am also incredibly frustrated and tired of this argument. When people say, yeah, homosexuality is a sin, but so is adultery. Homosexuality is something that we're born with. It's our essence. I am attracted to men the same way that my father is attracted to women. Me being attracted to another man, me loving another man, is not the same as me cheating on my spouse. One of them is a choice, whereas the other one is my essence. It is who I am. Additionally, I'm not hurting anyone by being attracted to a man. I'm definitely hurting someone by lying or cheating or stealing. Now, I really hope that this video has helped you to see how microaggressions, even when subtle or unintentional, can contribute to feelings of exclusion and harm within the LGBT plus community. By learning to identify these moments, we empower ourselves to set better boundaries, call out harmful behavior, and create spaces that are affirming and safe. Remember, our peace and self-worth are worth protecting. And every step we take towards recognizing and addressing these challenges brings us closer to living fully authentic, shame-free gay lives. And here's what I want to invite you to do. I want you to drop a comment and tell me what your biggest takeaway from this video was. Additionally, if this was helpful, let's spread the word. Like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more. And finally, if you want to hear more about what we're doing in the Shame-Free Gay Life community, just look at the show notes below. Reach out to me. I'd love to talk to you.